Well, hi, good morning. I'm going to be doing another quick and short COVID data video here. I'm not a COVID specialist or an epidemiologist or anything like that. I'm just a guy here in Canada trying to figure out how I can keep myself and my wife safe. But in the course of doing that, I'm poking around the internet, and of course I'm seeing a lot of American information. And I know a lot of viewers, perhaps you, are American. So this is really to show you something if you're American. So just bear with me while we look at a couple of websites. It'll only take a couple minutes, and then I'll leave you. Now, and also please, I'm not trying to offer you an opinion from me. I'm showing you data you can figure out yourself what it all means, if it means anything. So here we go. Okay, let's start here at this site. We're going to be focused on one state, West Virginia. So I'm on the website called Worldometer. The numbers that rack up on this website are the same on other websites, so this is quite reliable. This is a very serious attempt at racking these numbers up. There's definitely a lot of trouble with doing this. Now we're looking at the United States in particular. So, and we're looking at today. I'm going to flip this to yesterday, just so it fills with data, so we have something to look at there. So yesterday, the total number of deaths was a surprisingly low 1,000 in the United States. So down here we can go state by state. I just want to go down to West Virginia. Here's West Virginia. We go across, you can see total number of cases in West Virginia, less than 1,500. Wow. Number of new cases clocked in yesterday, 7. Total number of deaths, 57. That's very low. 57. Take a look up here. Look at these numbers up here. 27,000, 9,000, 4,000 in these states, thousands in these states. But down here in West Virginia, where'd you go? Here we are, 57. 57, 3 more deaths added to the limit. So this number, I think, is 60. It would be 60 today. Oh, let's flip it back to today here. Whoops. Flip it back to today. And we'll just check and make sure I'm doing this right. I've been looking at this chart every day. I'm pretty sure of it. 57. So they didn't add. So maybe the 57 already had the 3 in it. 57 deaths. Wow, that's not very many, is it? 57 deaths. Now let's look at something else. This is coming from the CDC website. Let me go to the top of the website and show you. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the American CDC, highly respected, as they should be. Here's a very interesting chart. Let me just change this quickly. Showing the United States. What is this chart? Look, it starts in the January 2017. It ends mid-April, a little bit late in April. You notice this last bar is small here? That's because the data in this chart can take up to 8 weeks to come in and get on this chart. 8 weeks. That's why it kind of ends a month ago. They're not going to show you much of the data that's coming in bits and pieces down here because it doesn't mean anything. So what is this chart? So it's showing the weekly total deaths registered in the United States. And so it just goes, and what United States? See, it says United States here, United States. Predicted number of deaths from all causes. The word predicted is in here because they make small adjustments. You can see when in the box, the float over box, which I can't point to, it says jurisdiction United States, week ending. Right below it says predicted, and then in brackets it puts weighted number of deaths. So there is some statistical manipulation of these numbers. But, you know, these are top quality people doing this, so I don't think we should have any doubt that they're doing their best to make this as useful and reliable as possible. So you can see each year in the summer it goes down, and the winter goes up. Ooh, goes way up. Summer goes down. The winter goes up, but not. It didn't cross this orange line. What's this orange line? So the orange line is the threshold for excess deaths. So in other words, if the bar goes above the orange line, it's probably time to think something is going on. So you can see here in the United States, in the winter of 2018, something went on that caused excess deaths. And how many of these bars? You can look, you can just float over it, and the numbers pop up in the dialog box. So we can see number of deaths, 67,000, threshold, 61,000, So 6,000 extra people died in that week. By the way, normal weekly deaths, it's just worth being aware of this. Oh, I don't know about weekly. Normal daily deaths in the United States is 7,500. So this would be 7 times 7,000, about 50,000, I guess this is what this would be. Sure, and then just above it, at 52 is the threshold. Yeah, 50. Right on. 50,000 deaths are normal. So here you're getting an extra 6,000 in 50,000. And you can see that pictorially by how much this is popping up over the size of the bar. So this is an increase, but nothing too dramatic. But when you get down here, this is what's happening right now. Well, this is what happened a month ago. If we had this going further, I'm sure this bars would be up here somewhere. I don't know where. Going up, going down, I don't know. Probably going up, up, up. This is for the United States. Let's take a look at it for West Virginia, the state with 57 COVID deaths. West Virginia. First thing you should realize, when you see this height of a bar over that yellow line, that they're experiencing double the normal death rate. It's completely impossible to not notice what is going on in hospitals with this kind of thing happening. So I imagine the situation in West Virginia has been really, really hairy. 57 deaths. Look at this tall bar. What does it say? Expected threshold 500, or threshold set at 500, actual number 1,200. 700 deaths in this week, in mid-April. 700 in a state that's claiming 57 up to now. What's going on here? What is going on? 400 deaths more in early April. In April. We're in mid-May now. What's going on here? Is the CDC off base? How did they get 57 out of this? Was that the very first week? First week? Look at that, it's almost 57. In first week, 57. So, now I'm not American, I don't live in the United States, I live in Canada. Nothing like this is going on in Canada. I've been checking wherever I can, but these kinds of statistics aren't so easily available in Canada. But from what I can see, the excess deaths are maybe 20% higher than the reported deaths, and that's to be expected, just from data handling errors in it. So I don't want to dwell on this any longer. This is just West Virginia. I have checked a few other states. They have not been like this. They've been much closer, but always more excess deaths than what are reported, and that's inevitable. That's inevitable. So that's what I wanted to show you on this. Okay, now let's take a look at the IHME website and think about what this really means. So this is the website that's being used very popularly in the American federal government. Often they talk about it in their daily sessions. They refer to the numbers. This is where the 157 or 137 rather is coming from. To August 4th. To August 4th. So this is a death model. This modeling is based on deaths registered on a daily basis through whatever process everybody has to get these statistics into some central system like this. So that's what it shows for the United States. Let's take a look at West Virginia. So here's West Virginia. Notice the stay-at-home order has ended. Non-essential business closure has ended, but these other things are continuing. Some other business closures, gathering restrictions, schools closed. Deaths per day. Total number of deaths expected, 79. But the excess death number is huge. How come this is only 79? Because this number is based on the reported deaths coming from the state, and that state is reporting 57 deaths, not the 2,000 that actually occurred to the middle of April. 2,000 by the middle of April. So what's this mean? This means this predictor is completely wrong. It's just completely wrong. It's, on, at least in the case of West Virginia, this is all wrong. This is bogus. I'm sorry to say that. Surely to goodness the people who are putting this data out know that this problem exists. There are other people writing about the difference between the collected data and the excess death analysis. The problem here is you can't do the excess death analysis right away. You have to rely on these, sorry to say it, garbage numbers coming in from some states or organizations or provinces or countries that just don't have the wherewithal to produce these numbers properly. Or there's some kind of manipulation going on. Somehow the reporting is suppressed. I don't know how that would happen, but the difference between what must be 4,000 deaths and 57 is huge. So this website here is kindly trying to help states figure out when to lift social distancing rules and things like that. And this website is depending upon those states to report accurately the number of deaths. What do you think's going on in West Virginia? I wouldn't want to live there right now unless I knew all this. If I knew all this, I am armed. I am armed. Even if I want to think, oh, maybe 79 is right. I have a hint here that there's something else going on in my state. Maybe I better take things a lot more seriously than what this predictor and what the governmental, can I say that? Governmental forces might be suggesting. It looks really different. It looks really, really different. Anyway, hopefully I've given you something to chew on, something to think about, something to realize, because we're not playing a game here. You get sick with this disease, you got a 5% chance of not surviving. If you're my age, it's 10%. And if you're older than me, and many of you are older than me, it's, you've got 30, 40, 50% chance of dying. This is a serious, serious attack here on us. The last thing I'll say is it's up to each one of us to keep ourselves safe. Don't look at what other people are doing. Figure it out for yourself and do what you believe you need to do to keep yourself safe so you can keep watching my videos, because I hope to produce years and years more of them. Not this stuff. Radio videos. So thanks a lot for listening to me on this. This is not what I normally do. I don't have any intention of doing more of these, but I may if I have something I think I can lend to somebody, some observation I made, something I detected by some chance. I'm happy to lend it out to those of you who view my videos. Make of it what you will. Now let's get back to a radio.